Attention please, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching, yes, the Yankees Entertainment and Sports Network.
Final stop of the Yankees Western Swing begins here tonight in the desert, as fans will be streaming into the ballpark to see a red-hot Yankee team and maybe see some history from that man. CC Sabathia needs just 3 more strikeouts for 3,000 in his career. As tonight, the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. It'll be the Yankees and the Arizona Diamondbacks from Chase Field here in Phoenix, Arizona. Hi everybody, Ken Singleton along with Jeff Nelson. Yes, we have gone to the bullpen tonight, and Nelly will bail us out if need be. Speaking of bailing out, Luke Voit has had a big week for the Yankees on this Western Swing, and Nelly, he's been red hot.
He's been mashing. He loves the road. 333 in 13 road games, and this is a home run in Anaheim, dead central, number 6 on the year. A little breaking ball he puts. This is tough to hit out in Anaheim. Then he goes the other way, number 7 on the year. And then we're to show something in San Francisco. How about San Francisco? 6 for 12, 6 RBIs, home run number 8 right here. Outstanding road trip right now for Luke Voit.
When you take a look at the numbers for the week for Luke Voit, and he's been named the American League Player of the Week, 433 with 4 home runs, 10 runs batted in. His on-pace percentage over 50%. He's really been great. Well, we talk about some hitting. Now let's talk about some pitching. Let's check out our pitching matchup brought to you by People's United Bank. Zack Greinke will get the start for the Arizona Diamondbacks. He's had a good year, 4-1. The veteran with a 3.72 ERA. We mentioned CC needs 3 more strikeouts for 3,000. He's 1-0 on the year with a 2.40. And Nelly, these guys have been outstanding throughout their careers.
They have. You have 5,471 strikeouts combined. Sabathia against the Angels. This is going to come and play. That slider down and in. He did strike out 3, little fastball, lock him up right there on Mike Trout, and then that cutter down and away. All he needs is 3 more. 2007 Cy Young Award winner. And then we'll go the other side, Zack Greinke, 2009 Cy Young Award. His opening day start wasn't too great. Gave up 4 home runs, 7 runs, and only 3 2/3 against the Dodgers. But since he's just been lights out, 16 straight scoreless, 2 scoreless outings his last 2 starts. He'll throw everything at you, even the kitchen sink, Kenny.
Let's take a look at the career numbers for these 2 pitchers. CC is the active leader in wins with 247. Greinke is 3rd with 191. The winning percentages has been great. The ERAs are excellent. These 2 pitchers are on their way to the Hall of Fame. When we come back, Meredith Marakovitz will catch us up on the injury front. Who's in the lineup, who's not? That's coming up with Meredith when we come back.
Welcome back to Yankees Baseball, and yes, I'm Meredith Marakovitz. Both DJ LeMahieu and Gio Urshela are not in tonight's lineup. LeMahieu actually had an MRI on his right knee yesterday. It just showed inflammation. He did not speak to the media in the clubhouse, but he did not seem to be favoring that right knee when he was walking around. Aaron Boone said he would be an option off the bench, but it seemed as though he'd like to stay away from him this series if possible. As far as Urshela is concerned, I did speak with him in the clubhouse. He actually told me he hit in the cage and no issues with the hand. He didn't feel anything really there. Still a little bit sore, but able to swing a bat, so that's another option for Aaron Boone off the bench. Also noteworthy, Miguel Andujar and Troy Tulowitzki are both in Tampa. They played with the Tarpons tonight. We'll have more on that later in the broadcast. When we get back, Ken Singleton will be joined by Jeff Nelson. Guys, I'm not sure if I'm going to join you or just stay here in the pool.
Yankee Baseball and Yes is brought to you in part by the Lincoln Spring Sales Event. Drive into spring in a new Lincoln. By Poland Spring, 100% natural spring water from the heart of Maine. And by Subway. Make it what you want. You know you are in the Southwest when you see vistas like that. Beautiful night here in Phoenix. The roof is open. A few weeks from now, that roof will be closed. It would just be too hot. to subject the fans to the heat. Here's the Yankees starting lineup for the first game of this two-game series. Brett Gardner will lead it off. He'll be in center field. Luke Voigt, the red-hot Luke Voigt, will be at first base, batting second. Gary Sanchez will do the catching. Cleaning up tonight, the shortstop, Gleyber Torres, followed by Mike Tauchman in right field. Cameron Maimon will get the start in left field. Tyro Estrada will be at second base, followed by Tyler Wade. He'll be at third. And pitching and batting ninth, he can swing the bat, CC Sabathia.
There you have Zach Greinke on the mound. His numbers, his 7th start of the year, 4-1, 3.72 ERA. See the 29 hits in 36 1/3 innings. Let's check out the pitcher's scouting report, brought to you by your local Honda dealers. The kitchen sink, curveball, changeup, slider, fastball. Doesn't throw 95, 96 anymore, but he'll throw everything but the kitchen sink. And he also has a little lollipop, the Ephus pitch, Kenny, about 64, 65 miles an hour. Home cooking. He does outstanding here at Chase Field since last season. A 2.63 home ERA.
Well, we're about ready to go here at Chase Field. And here's the first pitch of the ball game. And it's over the inside corner for a call strike to Brett Gardner.
How about Meredith out there doing the injury report? I figure maybe, Kenny, you and I could go out there tomorrow, get the Speedos on, and maybe call the game.
Well, maybe you can. Meredith will be back shortly. She's out there doing laps. Next pitch is outside for a ball, and it's 1-1. Gardner will be followed by Voigt and Sanchez here in the first. The Yankees coming off a sweep of the San Francisco Giants up at Oracle Park in San Francisco. Great weekend for the Yankees. They pounded out 37 hits against the Giant pitching. There's a ball slashed to third. A good stop by the third baseman. Escobar throws on the first for the out. Let's check out the Diamondbacks on defense, presented by Geico. Peralta in left, Marte in center. Former Oriole Adam Jones out in right field. Escobar, you just saw him at third. Ahmed at short. Flores at second, former Met. Christian Walker, good rookie, he's at first base. John Ryan Murphy, former Yankee catcher, doing the catching, and Zach Greinke, the veteran, on the mound. Here's Luke Voigt, named today the American League Player of the Week. Tried to check a swing and goes around too far for strike one.
Yeah, you know, sometimes an off day, you know, when you're that hot, you don't want an off day to come. You want to keep it rolling. But, you know, if you're the Yankees and all the injured, I guess, guys on the shelf, I'm not going to, because they automatically took the DL away from us. Now we have to say IL. The off day is well needed if you were the Yankees.
Let's see. Home runs, he's 6th in the American League. RBIs, he's 2nd. Runs, he's 5th. And walks, he's 8th. 17 base on balls. Pitch is foul tipped, and the count moves to 1-2.
Well, the one thing about Greinke, you know, he has so many pitches, and he really doesn't get into those patterns. You know, we talked about 2007 Cy Young Award winner with Kansas City. This is when he used to throw 95, 96 miles an hour, and he could get away with not having as many. Now he's learned to pitch almost, you know, with the sinker. You know, a little backup, thought he got it there, a little outside. But he just mixes it up so well. Here, you see this, you see Murphy on the outside part of the plate. You see that little sinker come back, just missed.
It's that swing back fastball trying to pick off the outside corner. Count is evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Voigt has reached base safely in 39 consecutive games. That's the longest streak in the major leagues. Check swing on another breaking ball, and the count has gone full at 3-2.
He's got a couple different breaking balls. His slider has a little bit more depth to it. You know, he's an 88, 89 mile an hour fastball. His changeup's about 85, so it's almost like a BP type fastball that, you know, sinks down into the righties. That was a good breaking ball right there, but he has 2 sliders, one that has like a little short break and one that has the big break that you just saw there to Voigt.
Payoff pitch, and it's outside for ball 4. Voigt checked his swing, and he has now reached safely in 40 consecutive games with that base on balls.
Yeah, I think Greinke wanted that called again. It was on the outside part of the plate, just like that fastball you saw that Fairchild, the home plate umpire, called for a ball. I think Greinke wanted this one as well. Murphy wanted it, thought maybe it was a swing. No.
You know, if there's one guy you're going to be really careful with in the Yankee lineup, it's Luke Voigt. So the base on balls will bring up Gary Sanchez, batting third tonight. Sanchez hit 2 mammoth home runs in San Francisco. One a mere 430 feet. The other was 467 feet.
Yeah, that grand slam off of Holland.
It was a grand slammer, too. This pitch over the outside corner for a called strike. 7 runs batted in for Sanchez in San Francisco, and he played in just 2 games. So he seems to be getting it together of late.
Well, this is good to see. You know, you have a lineup with a lot of guys out of it. No Judge, no Stanton, no Didi. You get Sanchez back.
This ball is popped up behind home plate. John Ryan Murphy coming back, and he's going to run out of room. Now here's the home run from Sunday I was talking about. Yeah, this one's only a mere 430.
And that's tough to do in San Francisco. You know, the ball doesn't, I mean, in daytime in California carries a little bit better than nighttime. The grand slam he hit off of Holland on Saturday.
That was smoked.
Tried to sneak in a little fastball in there again. Made him pay.
Sanchez with 13 hits on the season. 8 of them have been home runs. Tried to get him to chase, and that is low for a ball, 1-2. I think when Gary starts getting it together, he stops chasing as many pitches out of the strike zone.
Yeah, he saw that well. I mean, that was good. 0-2. Greinke's trying to go out of the zone. You might try to see him expand a little bit again. I don't know if he goes back to that fastball. Maybe go back.
So he's averaging a home run every 7 at-bats.
Yeah.
The best rate in the major leagues.
Looks like Greinke's going to go with that slider down and away.
Didn't chase. Count levels at 2-2.
It's a good layoff right there, because you're seeing, you know, Sanchez and even Luke Voigt, who walked. Everybody else in that lineup's getting to see what Greinke has right now, what he's doing when he's ahead. And this is when you want to get to an ace like Greinke. You want to get to him in the first inning before he starts getting into a rhythm, starts getting settled in later in the ball game.
Here's the 2-2 pitch, and that misses, and the count is full. 3-2. You notice Greinke hadn't thrown anything in the middle of the plate yet.
No, he doesn't. You know, this is not a bad pitch. Just on the outside part of the plate, you can see Chad Fairchild, the home plate umpire's zone. He's not giving you the corners. That was a little closer than the ones that Greinke was throwing away.
Let's see what he features. 3-2. The payoff pitch, curveball, and a slow curve, and an emergency swing by Sanchez to foul it off.
Well, that's that lollipop that I was talking about in the scouting report. Those at about 65, 68. Oh. That was 68 miles an hour. That's not a bad piece of hitting right there.
This might be the weakest swing you see Gary Sanchez take. Once again, the payoff pitch, and it's swung on and missed, strike 3. Greinke went with the slider and struck him out.
See this slider down and away after going with a 68-mile-an-hour Ephus pitch. You go with a slider that
might have been outside.
Yeah, it could have been outside. But you know, when as a hitter, all of a sudden you throw that. What are you thinking?
Yeah, fastball.
Yeah, you're saying, okay, he's going to have to come inside, maybe go away, and then he drops that nasty slider away.
Here's Gleyber Torres. He's batting in a cleanup spot tonight. He had a good series in San Francisco. 5 for 12 with 3 runs batted in. And he too went deep in San Francisco. There's a fastball in there for a call strike. That's about it for Greinke, about 90-91, huh?
Yeah, and you see the first 4 hitters that he's faced so far. What has he done first pitch? He's gotten ahead of him with the fastball. You know, I wonder if that resonates down through the lineup here with the Yankees. Now that second, third time, he's going to start mixing it up a little.
Check swing. Torres goes around too far, and he's in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. We mentioned the Yankees had 37 hits in San Francisco. They just punished the Giants pitching staff throughout the weekend.
It wouldn't surprise me if he comes back inside with a fastball 0-2.
There it is. It's hit hard towards the middle and in the center field for a base hit. Luke Voigt turns at second and will hold there. Tried to get in, didn't get it in far enough, as Torres has the first Yankee hit of the game.
Well, an 0-2 mistake by Greinke Looked like a little front door slider. Tried to see if he could start that at the hip of, supposed to be away, just caught too much of the plate. And Torres was able to get on top of it and get it in the hole just past Ahmed.
Yeah, as hot as he's been, if you get anything towards the middle, he's probably going to hit it hard. So the Yankees have 2 on and 2 out and bring up Mike Tauchman. Tauchman in right field tonight. Went 2 for 10 in San Francisco. That's ball 1. Tauchman, one of the moves that general manager Brian Cashman made when the Yankees started to pile up the injuries. Coming over from the Colorado Rockies. Ground ball to the right side. Wilmer Flores will throw on the first to Walker, and that'll do it. The Yankees will strand a couple here in the top half of the first inning. When we come back, we'll be here. We are back at Chase Field, and CC Sabathia looking for his 2nd win of the year. Will take the start for the Yankees tonight. This is a lineup he'll be facing. A familiar foe, and Adam Jones, the former Oriole, will be leading off. He'll be in right field. Ketel Marte will be in center, followed by Eduardo Escobar. Cleaning up, David Peralta, the left fielder. Christian Walker, fine-looking rookie, will be at first base, followed by the former Met, Wilmer Flores. He'll be at second. Nick Ahmed will be at shortstop. John Ryan Murphy will be doing the catching and pitching and batting ninth, and he too can swing the bat. That is Zach Greinke.
Well, and here's big CC Sabathia. The numbers on the year is making his 4 start, 1-0, 2.40 ERA. Let's check out the pitcher's scouting report brought to you by your local Honda dealers. Backdoor, you got to backdoor that cutter. You're only going to see one lefty in the Diamondback lineup, and that's going to be Peralta, and also back leg that slider. And 3 away. 3 away. 2,997 strikeouts. You know he's thinking about it.
Oh, yeah.
He get ahead. He wants to put him away. Get that out of the way right away. I think he had 3 strikeouts in the 5 innings in his last outing against Anaheim.
Well, that'll do it tonight. You know, his family's been following him on this trip. You see his wife Amber, his 2 daughters, his 2 sons, and his mom Margie. And here's CC's first pitch, and Adam Jones will take it upstairs for ball 1.
Well, it's interesting, Kenny. You have 2 pitchers. You have Zach Greinke, you know, CC Sabathia. Both of them used to pitch in the high 90s. And now, I mean, look how their career has evolved.
Foul to the screen. It's 1-1. They both made the major adjustments.
They did, and that's hard for guys to do. You know, there's so many pitchers that all of a sudden, as they go along in the major leagues and through their years, and as they get older, they think, all right, their head's still telling you that I throw 95, but the hitters are actually telling you you're not, because they're taking you out of the park. But with Greinke and Sabathia, they've learned to throw with the 88 to 90.
Ground ball to third. Tyler Wade is up with it across the midpoint. There's 1 up and 1 down for Arizona here in the first inning. Let's check out the Yankees on defense, presented by Geico. Let's go from left to right in the outfield. It's going to be Maven, Gardner, and Tauchman. In the infield, we just saw Tyler Wade. Gleyber Torres at short. Jairo Estrada at second. Luke Voigt at first. And Gary Sanchez doing the catching for CC Sabathia. Ketel Marte, speedy center fielder, switch hitter. This guy can really fly. And he'll take a pitch just off the inside corner for ball 1. Led the major leagues in triples last year with 12.
Yeah, and now a center fielder. Was a middle infielder the last couple years with the Diamondbacks. Pollock left. He went to the Dodgers, and they put him in center field.
This ball is popped up into short right field. Gleyber Torres has been called off by Tauchman, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. Let's check out the weather, brought to you by Bigelow Tea. A very comfortable 81 degrees, 27% humidity. It's low. The wind just 7 miles per hour. And the forecast is roof open.
And the ball, if the ball is going to get in the air in the outfield, the ball is going to fly today.
You know, you could, in a few weeks here, I think the locals have told us you can add 20 to maybe almost 30 degrees. First pitch to Escobar is outside ball 1.
Well, it's like an oven.
Yeah, oh, my goodness.
I was here about 2 weeks ago last year, and it was 110. And I think they close the roof maybe when it's 90, 95. They say, okay, we can't leave it open.
Ball and a strike to Escobar. Now Luke Voigt has won the American League Player of the Week. Escobar has won the National League Player of the Week. He's been red hot lately. He's had 4 3-hit games this year. Here's a changeup, foul tipped into the glove of Sanchez.
Yeah, nice pitch right there. Yeah, 480, 3 homers, 1 triple, 2 doubles, 8 RBIs for Escobar.
You heard the crowd's reaction to that foul tip. They know what's going on here tonight.
Well, now Sabathia is ahead a little bit. What do you think he's thinking?
Tried to get him to chase a fastball upstairs, wouldn't do it. Count levels at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, not a bad idea. You like maybe to see that pitch a little bit further in to try to move Escobar off a little bit. Wouldn't surprise me if he tries to go down and away again. Maybe that little cutter or change up away.
There's your target. Pitch is hit in the air left field. Hit pretty well. Going back is Mayman to the track, makes the catch, and that's it. The Diamondbacks go in order here in the bottom of the first. Nothing across. It's on to the second inning. CC still needs 3. Well, fans, it's time for today's conversation brought to you by Toyota. The Toyota Prius is the official hybrid vehicle of the New York Yankees. Well, here's our conversation for tonight. Where do you rank the 3,000 strikeout mark as a milestone among pitchers? By Charlie Ricker, it's a tremendous accomplishment. 3,000 speaks to a pitcher's effectiveness and ability to be healthy. Without either, that milestone is impossible to reach. Here's Cameron Maybin leading off, and he'll take a pitch for a call strike. Fans, follow Yes Network and tweet us your responses using hashtag Yankee Prius Prime to keep the conversation going.
I agree. You know, when he gets 3 strikeouts, he's going to be the 3rd lefty all time in Major League history. You have Randy Johnson, who's 2nd, right behind Nolan Ryan, and then you have Steve Carlton, who's 4th, and then you add CC Sabathia in that conversation. He's going to still be 17th. You know, he may have a chance this year if he stays healthy to catch
a few more.
John Smoltz. He'll be about 84 away once he reaches 3,000.
Pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 1-2.
Hall of Famer?
Oh, yeah.
I think so, too.
Well, especially if he gets to 250 wins. 250 is the new 300.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody gets to 300 anymore.
There's Randy Johnson's retired number 51. Off the end of the bat, going to be a slow roller towards second. Tough play for Flores. Throws the first, not in time. Maybin still has the wheels. The veteran beats it out for an infield single.
Great play by Flores. His only chance was the barehanded right here. Yeah, nice. He did beat it. Good call by the first base umpire.
That is Paul Emmel making the calls at first. Well, Maybin can still pick him up and lay him down, huh?
He was fooled on the pitch. You see a little check swing, a little half swing, and then you have Flores. Nice job by barehanding it, but yeah, way to get down there.
So Greinke's going to work with a man on and nobody out. Now, back in the day, Maybin was one of the best base stealers in the game. Pitch is in there for a call strike to Estrada. Thairo Estrada has made some contributions in a short period of time here with the Yankees. They put him out in left field in San Francisco. He held his own.
Well, you know, these guys are getting an opportunity to play. I mean, you have a lot of major players on the Yankees that are hurt and out. And this is a testament to the organization. Whether, you know, you try to strike lightning in a bottle with Urshela, getting him from another organization. Maybin, you just signed, he just came up about on the San Francisco series. Yeah. He's playing well. You know, this is what happens when a team wins. You need contributions, but not just more than just your stars. Well, right now you have an all-star team that's on the shelf.
Organizational depth.
I mean, can you contribute? Okay, they're probably lucky enough that they've played a soft schedule. They're playing some teams, but they are beating the teams they're supposed to beat.
1-2 pitch, and it's swung on and missed. Strike 3. Scott's triple threat.
Third baseman, number 14, Tyler Wade.
And we talk about guys stepping up for the Yankees. There's Estrada, 6 for 14. The run batted in, stolen base run in the last 4 games. Cameron Maybin, 4 for 9. And Gio Urshela, maybe the best of them all. 9 games, 4 extra base hits, 4 RBIs, and hitting .424. That's Scott's triple threat.
And he's like a vacuum cleaner down at third base.
Yeah, he can play.
Oof.
Here's Tyler Wade, who will take a pitch for a called strike. So 1 out and 1 on. That was Greinke's second strikeout of the night when he got Estrada.
And you have guys like Tyler Wade, and he wasn't too happy when he got sent down in spring training, and now he's getting a chance to prove himself. You want to make it tough on Aaron Boone in the front office when these guys get healthy. Okay, you want to make what kind of decision are they going to make? I want to do well enough that I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to go back down to AAA. You have some guys you're going to make some tough decisions when Andujar comes back. Rochelle has been playing outstanding.
Yeah.
It's going to be it's a nice decision to have, nice problem to have.
Well, Wade's versatility has helped him. He can play the outfield, all three outfield positions, and he can play 3 infield positions. Tonight he's at third base. Maben's not going. The pitch is low and away.
Greinke does a decent job of holding runners. He doesn't come in that full windup, doesn't lift a leg, almost a semi-slide step, and he also has a pretty quick move over to first.
He's a veteran. He's been around the block.
He's got the Randy Johnson mullet going, though.
There's the throw of the first, and he's got Maben picked off. Maben's in a rundown, and he's going to be tagged out.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be on cue like that.
Well, you said he had a good move. Third baseman Escobar with the tag. That will go as a caught stealing.
Well, you see here, Maben was definitely going. You want to test him. You want to test Murphy's arm. And Greinke has that, when base stealers, they look at, a lot of them will see that heel. Once that heel picks up, then they'll go. And if you have a good veteran like Greinke, it's almost like a balk move. He'll try to lift that heel real quick and then throw over, and it fools the runner. That might have fooled Maben right there.
So 1-2, and that misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Maben caught stealing. It looked like the play went 1-3-5.
I saw Maben last night in the hotel in the lobby, and I saw him a lot last year with the Marlins, and he was just so excited to be part of the Yankees as well. What a different feeling. What a different feeling putting on this NY.
Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch, 68 miles per hour. Greinke picks up his 3rd strikeout. The Yankees are gone. We'll be back with Yankee Baseball and Yes is brought to you in part by Papa John's. Any large handcrafted specialty pizza, just $12. By People's United Bank, checking without curveballs. Member FDIC. And by the New York Lottery. Get out there and play. There's a look at the Grand Canyon.
You ever been there?
I've flown over it many times, but I've never been there.
I was a young 18-year-old when I was with, I think the Dodgers, when I signed out of high school, and we went up to the Grand Canyon and spent the night in the car. There was like 4 of us, and then we decided to walk all the way down to the river. Wow. What a big mistake.
How old were you?
I think I was 18.
You wouldn't do that now, would you?
Oh no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it again when I was 19.
Here's David Peralta, the cleanup hitter. He'll lead it off for the Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the 2nd. No score here in Arizona. Peralta's off to a good start this year, hitting .325. He's in the top 10 in the National League. He'll take the first pitch knee high for a called strike.
Well, I was talking to Torey Lovello, the manager. We were teammates in Seattle, and he said probably one of the most underrated players in the National League, Peralta.
The 0-1 pitch is fouled into the glove of Sanchez, and it's 0-2. Peralta's hitting 11 of his 12 home games this year.
Well, lefty's hitting 174 against Sabathia this year.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Tried to get him to chase, wouldn't do it. It's a ball and 2 strikes. We mentioned Sabathia, the active leader in wins with 247. Greinke is actually 3rd on that list, and he's got a milestone coming. Sometime this year, Greinke should get to 200 wins. He's got 191. The 1-2 pitch fouled off by Peralta. In between Sabathia And Greinke on the active list in wins is Justin Verlander with 208.
Another Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Well, Sabathia had Peralta out on front. Let's see if he tries to go inside with a fastball. Looks like Sanchez setting up away.
The 1-2, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here we are, the active winners. John Lester of the Cubs with 178 follows Greinke, and King Felix with 169. He's 5th. Call, strike 3. Peralta caught looking. 2 more to go for 3,000.
Well, I think he had Peralta looking for off speed. He comes back with a fastball basically right down the middle of the plate. But look where Sanchez wants to sit up inside, right down the middle. There you have it. There you see it again, 90 miles an hour.
So 1 out to bring up the rookie Christian Walker. Yeah, the fans are prepared here at Chase Field. A lot of Yankee fans here. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. Strike 1.
Well, the Yankees travel well. Everywhere you go, yeah. It's, you know, almost more Yankee fans than the home team's fans.
The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2. You know, one thing in this day and age, you can follow teams on your cable or satellite networks. You couldn't do that years ago.
The app on your phone.
Yep. Anywhere. Your iPad. CC ahead on the count. No balls and 2 strikes on Walker. The 0-2 pitch. In the dirt. The ball and 2 strikes. Christian Walker, first base was opened up for the right-handed hitter. There's one is CC. Is that one? That's his second son. The oldest is CC the third. Little C, yeah, little C is not as little anymore.
I wonder where he gets that from.
The 1-2 pitch. Just a little bit high, 2-2. I was going to say Christian Walker at first base. It used to be Paul Goldschmidt for years, but he was traded to the Cardinals, and it opened the door for Christian Walker. Goldschmidt, a perennial all-star. Two-two pitch.
Wow, where is that?
It was a strike. CC walked off the mound. He's not happy.
I wouldn't be either. You see the smile right there. See this again. Look where Sanchez is setting up. That's a strike. I think it fooled everyone.
CC can't believe it.
No, I can't either. You can see the ones to Greinke were a little bit outside, about 3 or 4 inches. That caught too much of the plate to me.
All right, here's the payoff pitch. And it's popped up down the right field line. Long run for Luke Voit, and it's going to fall foul.
That's tough as a pitcher, you know, when you think you get a strike 3 and you start walking off and expecting Sanchez to throw it down to third, and all of a sudden try to gather yourself again. I think you come back with that curveball right here. You might lock him up. I've never had those milestones that I wanted to try to get away. So I imagine, or I can't imagine what he's going through right now.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2,999 strikeouts.
There you go, fastball upstairs. See where Sanchez is sitting up. Nice pitch.
The family celebrating, just 1 away. Here's Wilmer Flores, the former Met. He'll take a pitch in there for a call strike.
CC's got good rhythm going. He's getting that ball and getting right back up on the mound.
Yeah, almost the same amount of time between each pitch.
Yeah.
The 0-1 pitch. That's outside, a changeup, a ball and a strike. You mentioned CC's kids, sons Carter and little C, who's not so little anymore. Saya and Jaden, the daughters, and of course his wife Amber, his mom Margie. Check swing. Did he go?
Wow.
No. That's first base umpire Paul Emmel.
You see the smile right there.
What do you think, folks?
Ooh,
that
I
was
think
close.
he goes.
Well, you're a pitcher.
I know.
2-1 pitch is hit high in the air to deep left field. Maben going back. He's at the wall, and this one's gone. A home run for Wilmer Flores, and the Diamondbacks take a 1-0 lead.
Well, it looked like Sabathia tried to come back with that fastball after not getting that check swing and getting ahead. He wanted to come back upstairs, and that's where it was. It was up. We talked about it earlier, Kenny. The roof is open. The ball is going to fly out of here. The Flores hit that pretty well. You see where Sanchez is sitting up? Just over the middle of the plate and up around letter high.
So at 2 outs, the Diamondbacks have scored, and it'll bring up the shortstop, Nick Ahmed. And he'll take a pitch in there for a called strike. For Flores, his first home run of the year. And it gives the Diamondbacks a 1-0 lead. Ahmed pops one out of play, and the count is 0-2. Now the Diamondbacks lead the National League in extra base hits. They've been scoring some runs this year.
Well, second in the National League in runs scored.
121 extra base hits. The last home run for Flores was last year, August 15th, when he was playing for the Mets, and that was at Baltimore. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Little chopper to the right side for Luke Voit. Voigt's going to have to do it himself, and it's not in time. Ahmed beats it out, and he's on with an infield single. CC falling off the mound to the third base side, could not get over. And in fact, he doesn't get over very often.
Yeah, he doesn't get over very often. You see it, a cutter away. It was a good pitch. Ahmed just stuck his bat out. You had Voit playing towards second base. Pretty tough to get back over there to first. You see the dive right here. And Ahmed just in there ahead of the tag with the glove.
Still 2 outs, but now a man at first, and the number 8 hitter, John Ryan Murphy, former Yankee, was traded to Minnesota, and the Yankees got Aaron Hicks for him.
He had a pretty good year last year for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, he did.
This would be a fitting moment, you know, get your 3,000th strikeout against a former Yankee. I'm sure Murphy's probably caught CC at one point.
The 1-0 pitch, line foul, and the count will leave it up at a ball and a strike. You know, I asked Sabathia. He was on the bus when I was riding, when we were riding out today.
Yeah.
I asked him if he remembered who his first strikeout was, and he did.
Of course.
Did not hesitate.
You remember everything as well. You don't remember the guy you met yesterday or today's name.
Pitches hit foul once again. You know, it was so long ago. My memory's getting fuzzy now.
Well, Sabathia's had the pattern so far. Every time he's gone in, he's gone away. This would be a nice opportunity for him to try to lock up Murphy with a fastball inside here. You know you're probably going to look for that cutter away or something away.
Pitch is fouled back. Just got a piece of it.
That's a nice idea right there. You know, because if you look at where Sanchez is setting up and the pattern that Sabathia has been doing, been throwing the previous hitters, every time he gets ahead or he's gone inside, it's been change up away or cutter away to righties.
Fans trying to record a piece of history. Swing and a miss. He got him. Strikeout number 3,000 for CC Sabathia. He becomes the 17th pitcher in Major League history to pick up 3,000 strikeouts. And there are his teammates congratulating him near the first base line. You go back to April 8th, 2001 with the Cleveland Indians. Sabathia picked up his first strikeout when he struck out Mike Kincaid of the Baltimore Orioles. 2,999 strikeouts later, comes here tonight in Arizona. John Ryan Murphy is strikeout number 3,000. Congratulations to CC Sabathia. Big moment for the big left-hander.
Wow, what a career. Third lefty in baseball history. Randy Johnson's usually here at the game with the Diamondbacks. He does a lot of things with the Diamondbacks. He's number 2 on the list, and Steve Carlton. You see Booney.
His teammates pouring out of the dugout.
Now he can breathe.
Yep, it's over. He'd been talking about this since spring training, and he wanted to get it over as quickly as possible. Well, we're not into May yet, so I think he accomplished what he wanted to.
That is an amazing feat. Well, now he's got to get ready to hit.
A lot of fans on their feet here saluting CC Sabathia, and he gets a chance to come up and hit. There are his children near the dugout, so big hugs from the family. We are back, top of the third inning. Yankees down 1-0. CC Sabathia got a nice ovation from the fans here at Chase Field as he comes up to lead off the top half of the third for the Yankees. Career batting, .212 with 3 home runs and 15 runs batted in.
Three homers. How about that?
I think he hit a very long one in at Dodger Stadium. There's his family settling back into their seats. Ball and a strike on CC. The lineup will turn over. Brett Gardner's on deck. He'll be followed by Luke Voigt. Yankees are down 1-0 here in the top of the third. Next pitch, that is in there for a call, strike 1 and 2.
What do you feel about the DH and maybe the DH going into the National League?
Yeah, you know, I think it's long overdue. There are not many pitchers like Sabathia or Greinke who are really decent hitters. There's a swing and a miss on a changeup, and CC's out of there. Let's take another look at CC's 3,000th strikeout.
Well, here it is, a little changeup down and in, and like we said, it's fitting. Former Yankee John Ryan Murphy finally can breathe.
Here's his family on hand. Here's their reaction to history here in Arizona.
It's not 300 though. Where's the other zero? There it is.
Yeah. And then the youngsters come down for the hug along with his mom and his wife Amber. And here's Brett Gardner. He'll take a pitch for a call strike. And watch Gary Sanchez when he catches this third strike. He's holding on to this like it's a piece of gold.
Oh yeah.
It's not going anywhere.
He's death grip.
Yep. Pitch to Gardner is inside for a ball, and it's a one ball and a strike. And there's the reaction from CC. Just another day at the ballpark.
Probably saying something to the umpire, saying, you know, it should have happened already.
What do they say? The first 3,000 are the toughest? Well, the longest tenured Yankees are those two. CC Sabathia and Brett Gardner. Big hug from his center fielder and the rest of the team. CC means a lot to this ball club. There's Aaron Judge, of course, on the injured list. Pitch to Gardner. is slash foul. Gardner and CC form the veterans, I guess the veterans committee on the Yankees now.
You know, this is Sabathia's last year after 19 years in the big leagues. You know, when you lose veteran players like Sabathia, who's going to take that role?
Yeah, you're right. Who steps up? Who's next? Well, Gardner wants to keep playing.
Right.
The 1-2 pitch. Slash to the left side and through for a base hit. Gardner's on with a base hit with 1 out, and he represents the tying run. That's the 4th hit for the Yankees in the game.
That was a nice job of Gardner. You saw the shift. Third baseman playing in the hole. He gets a changeup down and away. 1-2. Stayed with it. Didn't try to pull it. There you see the third baseman moving over into the shortstop hole, and that left side wide open. Nice job.
Make that the 3rd hit for the Yankees. Even if he came up with it, I don't think he's going to throw Gardner out. Here's Luke Voit, who drew a walk in the 1st inning, extended his on-base streak to 40 consecutive games. Pitch is inside for ball 1.
Well, if you're Gardner over there first, here's a base stealing threat. We talked about how Greinke holds runners. He already picked off Maben. You want to try to get that lead just enough so you're able to dive back when he does throw over there. And that's the reason why Voigt's hitting second. I mean, he's going to see some fastballs, especially with Gardner on.
Pitch is hit on the ground to the left side. Ahmed showing his range, gets the force at second. The throw to first is in time for the double play. Neatly turned by the Diamondbacks, 6-4-3, and that'll do it for the Yankees here in the 3rd inning. At the end of 2.5 in Arizona. As we get ready for the bottom of the 3rd, let's take a look at the 3,000 strikeout club. And there are some pitchers. Well, a lot of those guys got me a few times. And the newest member, of course, is CC Sabathia. And there's a special section for the left-handers. Only 3 of them. Randy Johnson, Steve Carlton, I'm on his list too, and CC Sabathia. So and right now we're going to throw it down to Meredith Marakovitz, who's standing by with Amber Sabathia. Meredith.
Thanks, Kenny. Amber, can you just describe the emotion you felt when you saw CC strike out John Ryan Murphy for number 3,000?
I mean, it was like so surreal. It was amazing. We've been waiting for this all week. We've been following him around. I've had all the kids out of school, and it's just so amazing for it to finally happen and just part of his legacy.
Has he been talking about it since the beginning of spring training?
No. Well, he has said he's ready to get it over with because he really just wants to play in the season and win the World Series, and let's just get this over with. So he was ready.
Is there any anxiety when you come here wondering, is he going to get it tonight?
I was like, if he doesn't get it tonight, come on. He's got 3,000 strikeouts. He can get 3.
Out of those 3,000s, what are some of the most memorable moments of his career?
I mean, hands down is the World Series. The parade and being a part, signing with the Yankees, that was amazing. It's been great for our family. We love New York. We love the fans in New York. It's just been so fun here.
What does it mean to you to have all the kids here? I see his friends here as well, all in attendance.
So many people here. I think we're at like 40 people that came out to support him, friends and family. It just shows the love and support he has from everybody.
Amber, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you.
Kenny, we'll send it back up to you.
Thank you very much, Meredith. Of course, congratulations to CC and his family, too. You need support from your family as a baseball player. There's no doubt about that.
Right, and the kids get out of school. How about that?
Yeah, they must be loving that.
The heck with 3,000 strikeouts. I don't have to do homework.
Here's a pitch to Greinke, and there's 3,001 as he is struck out on a changeup.
Well, only 83 away now from Smoltz, number 16 on the all-time list. You know, to get back to the pitcher hitting, you know, I agree. They always talk about National League style of ball. I don't think there's National League style ball anymore. You know, if you look at the sabermetrics, nobody bunts anymore. You very rarely see the stolen base unless you really have some burners on your team. You know, so it's basically almost like American League style again. You know, get some guys on, hit the 3-run bomb. I get tired of seeing the outs.
Here's Adam Jones going to lead it off. And I spoke to none other than a major authority, Felipe Alou, about this. And, you know, noted manager for the Expos and the Giants for years. And Felipe said, you know, people say, oh, it's going to take a lot of strategy out of the game. He says, how much more strategy can I use if I have a hitter at the plate and I can put on a hit and run and do things like that? Pitch Jones is popped in the air. It looked like he was out in front of a changeup. It's going to be Maben or Gardner. It's going to be Gardner who makes the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, nice job by Maben. Maben used to play in center field, and now he comes over to the Yankees. He's playing on the corners, and you know he's used to calling all those balls. And now that's nice. You know, everything that the center fielder can get, it's their ball. Guardy called him off. Nice job by Maben. You see a lot of collisions when you know the communication or the lack of out there in the outfield.
Yeah, there are 3 outfielders in the Yankees lineup tonight who are all capable of playing center field.
Right.
2 outs, nobody on. Ketel Marte will come to the plate. And Sabathia misses inside for ball 1.
And you have the DH. You're also going to see your pitchers go a little bit longer. You know, after 6 innings or 5 innings, if they're throwing well, it's a close game, and their time at bat coming up, they're out of the game.
Pulls foul. Ball and a strike.
Save bullpens. You don't have to go into your bullpen early. I think it'll happen.
Marte is a switch hitter. Ground ball to short. Gonna have to hustle. Gleyber Torres got him. CC with a quick 1, 2, 3 inning. 3 have been played here in Arizona. Top of the 4th inning. Yankees down 1-0. Here are our stats with Lowe's. Gary Sanchez, 7 home runs in April. Fewer than 15 games. He's done it. Mike Schmidt, Willie Stargell, and Willie Mays. 3 Hall of Famers and Gary Sanchez. Ooh, that's showing power. Sanchez struck out his first time against Greinke. And he pops this one sky high. John Ryan Murphy coming back. Nah, not a chance. This one's in the seats. Strike 1.
Well, Sanchez being aggressive on that first pitch. Fastball upstairs. Just got underneath it.
You know, you can almost tell by the look on his face. He knows he just missed it.
Right. You see, it's supposed to be away. Yeah, you see the look right there. I'd like to have that back.
We probably can't tell you what he was saying.
It was in Spanish.
In English or Spanish. Drives this one down the left field line. It's going to be a fair ball and headed to the corner. Sanchez rounds first, and he will be in with a stand-up double to get things started for the Yankees here in the 4th inning. He didn't miss that one.
No, Greinke trying to come back inside with a fastball, trying to double up. He hasn't done that yet. Sanchez, he was that quick in San Francisco. Remember the grand slam he hit was a little 94-mile-an-hour fastball by Holland that he took out, and this was inside. He's quick in there. Smokes it down the line for a leadoff double.
Second 2-base hit of the year. So the Yankees have the tying run in scoring position to bring up Gleyber Torres, who singled his first time up, and he'll take a pitch inside for ball 1. That double was 113 miles per hour off the bat. That's impressive.
That is.
This ball's hitting the right field and deep. Going back is Adam Jones towards the corner. He won't get it. The ball takes 1 hop over the wall for a ground rule double. Sanchez will score, and it's a 1-1 ball game. So back-to-back doubles for the Yankees starting the 4th inning, and we're tied up just like that.
Well, the Diamondbacks are playing the shift in the infield, also in the outfield. Adam Jones playing more over to right center. You see this pitch. It's supposed to be down and away. Caught the plate too much again by Greinke. Hits the warning track, bounces over into the bullpen. See Sanchez is going to tag up. No chance of catching that one.
Well, once the ball bounces over the fence, he gets 2 bases. He could have walked home. Here's Tauchman, who fouls a pitch off. Tauchman grounded out to second. That was ending the 1st inning.
Well, you have nobody out. You want to try to do the best you can to pull the ball to the right side to try to get Torres over to third.
I was about ready to say the Yankees would take that ground ball to second again.
Yeah.
Now, how does a pitcher go about trying to keep that from happening? Does he keep everything away, or
Well, you just saw their little sinker away. He wants to try to make him hit it to the left side. Now the shortstop Ahmed is playing more up the middle than his typical shortstop position.
Sanchez starting to warm up with the bat. That pitch misses low, and it's 2 balls and a strike on Mike Tauchman.
You kind of want to stay away from your off speed in some ways, you know, especially away from the breaking ball where you have the ability for the hitter to pull it. And here, I mean, if you're Tauchman, you do have a little hole in the shortstop.
Yeah,
if you're going to continue to get pitched away, you know, utilize that hole there.
He hits this one to left field. Has Peralta on the move. He'll make the catch. Torres will hold at second, and there's 1 out. So Greinke kept the ball away and kept him from pulling the ball.
And that pitch was up just a little, and Peralta, there's no way you're going to tag. He's got a decent arm out there in left field. You see where the pitch is. Just off the top of the bat, got underneath that ball.
So 1 out now. Torres at second. The Yankees have tied it up here in the 4th inning. Cameron Maybin had an infield single leading off the second, and then was out on a caught stealing, which was really like a pickoff. Ooh, that might be his ace swing right there. High breaking ball, and he fouled it back.
Yeah, he just missed that one. Greinke leaving it up in the zone. Watch where this is. It's supposed to be down and away. A little cement mixture out over the middle of the plate. I think we've had 3 hitters in a row that have gotten a pitch and they wish they would have had it back. After that big swing, you lay one down.
Now you pop one up. There's a pop up to a short center field. Second baseman Flores calling for it. He makes the catch, and Torres remains at second. One thing that over the years that Greinke and Sabathia are good at are first pitch strikes. Greinke has faced 15 batters. 12 of them have seen a first pitch strike today. Get ahead on the counts.
Yeah, you can do a lot when you're ahead. See the 56 pitches here in the top of the 4th. A little high.
Tyro Estrada struck out swinging his first time, and he fouls one at the plate. Caught a piece of the catcher, John Ryan Murphy.
Well, Greinke's done a nice job of the last 2 hitters keeping Torres at second.
Low and away for a ball, and it's 1-1. He's not out of the woods yet, though.
No, there's that little Ephus pitch, 68-mile-an-hour breaking ball.
I wonder how long it took him to, perfect that pitch.
Or have confidence in it.
Yeah, it's not so much that location, it's the differential in speed. Ball's hit well to the gap in left center field. Peralta on the run makes the catch. And Estrada is retired. Nice running catch by the left fielder. It's 1-1. We'll be right back. That's time for the Coors Light refreshing finish.
Well, we're going to look at the 2nd inning, and this is how it began. The little fastball on Peralta. Strikeout 1 in that inning. 1 away. Strikeout number 2. Changeup to John Ryan Murphy. There it is. Number 3,000 for CC Sabathia. There you see the Yankees congratulating him. He can breathe now. He probably came off the mound and said, you know what, I did it earlier before. You cheated me out of a couple of pitches.
Here's Eduardo Escobar, who takes a pitch low and inside for a ball.
Come on, you got something on the pitcher. You got to have everything's a strike. You have Big O'Neill up here. You do games, everything's a ball with him.
You remind me of when I was working with Jim Cobb.
Anything close.
Anything close was a strike. Escobar came over to Arizona last year from Minnesota. And I'll tell you, this guy has done a job. 55 doubles since last year.
Since the beginning of last year, Audi scoreboard, it is 1-1. Sabathia has allowed just a couple of hits thus far. One of them was a homer to Wilmer Flores. This ball's hit in the air towards left center field. Somebody's going to have to turn on the speed here. This ball's going to fall in. Headed to second base with a two-base hit is Escobar. That is his signature hit. A double.
Well, Brett Gardner was playing more over to right center and may have been playing more towards the line. There's a pitch up in the zone, 2-1. Had him out on his front foot and he smoked it in the gap. There's no chance for Gardner or Maven to get that ball. There you see Sanchez setting up. Looked like a cutter. Just got up just a little bit too much.
Third double of the year for Escobar, and he's on at second with nobody out. It'll bring up Peralta, who was Sabathia's first strikeout of the night. He was caught looking. Little liner towards the middle. Perfectly places Gleyber Torres. The throw to first is in time. Escobar has to hold at second base.
That was a nice pitch. You saw Peralta being aggressive on the first pitch, and he gets jammed. Hits it up the middle, well placed. Watch where this pitch is.
CeCe's reaction. You know, years ago, that ball used to be in the middle in the center field for a base hit.
Right.
But all these shifts now, it just takes away hit after hit. Hitters are going to have to adjust. As simple as that.
Well, they're going to have to learn to go the other way. If they want to not get shifted on, then learn how to go to right field. Learn how to go to left field wherever they're playing.
Here's Christian Walker. That pitch is inside for ball one.
Well, Walker getting a chance to play first base now that Goldschmidt has been traded to St. Louis. You know, I was talking to Torey Lovello a little bit before the game. I haven't seen him. We were teammates in '94. And you know, this is a good squad. You know, when you lose Goldschmidt, Corbin, and Pollock.
This ball is driven to left field. Maben on the run once again. He reaches up and makes the catch. Maben showing his wheels on defense. 2 down. Ball was hit hard. The Diamondbacks start tonight just 2 games out of first place in the West behind the Dodgers in the National League West. There's Goldschmidt, Pollock, Corbin, Brad Boxberger, all gone.
Well, you know, and Torey was telling me, I'm saying, you know, you guys, how are you doing? And nothing against Goldschmidt because everything revolves around him. Last year, there's Torey Lovello, my teammate. In 1994, he's done such a tremendous job here. His 3rd season in Arizona. Everything revolved around Goldschmidt.
Pitch to Flores is inside for a ball.
So when he had a good day, obviously the team probably had a good day. He had a bad day, you know, and a great player, one of the best players I think in baseball, one of the best first basemen. But now he's gone, and everybody has a chance to find their own identity,
seek their own level. Check, swing, and that's outside. Ball 2.
And that's what they're doing. He was telling me, he said, you know, I called some guys in, you know, Jake Lamb, who's injured. Some of the veteran guys. They say, okay, now it's time for you to make a name for yourself. The main guy, Goldschmidt, is gone now. Let's find our own identity. And they're playing well. They're really playing well.
Ball 3, 3 balls and no strikes. The Diamondbacks 16-13. As I said, 2 games behind the Los Angeles Dodgers in the National League West.
Plus, they have the mentality of, you know, when you lose superstars like the Diamondbacks have lost. I mean, did anybody give them a chance to be doing what they're doing now? They're okay. Colorado, the Dodgers are going to win the division, and they're playing like, hey, don't forget about us.
3-0 pitch is poured in there for a call strike. Lovello was, for years, he was the bench coach for John Farrell in Boston. That was his apprenticeship to becoming a manager. Ground ball through the right side for a base hit. Tauchman charging. Here comes the runner from second. The throw to the plate will not be in time. The throw to second goes into center field, but Flores will hold on. And the Diamondbacks have taken a 2-1 lead.
Well, it's a mistake by right fielder Tachman. He didn't hit the cutoff guy. No chance of throwing Escobar out at the plate. He overshoots Voit, the cutoff guy. You see here, you see where Tachman's playing. This is a pitch outside. Flores goes the other way. Does a nice job. And you see Voit right there in the middle of the field. You got to hit your cutoff guy, and Flores was able to take second base. And then the throw. No chance for Sanchez to get him at second. Great try to even make the throw. But now you just gave him the Diamondbacks another guy in scoring position.
Here's Nick Ahmed. You have to make the throw look at least that it is cuttable, even if they let it go. That will make the runner hesitate. Ahmed takes a pitch inside for ball. Diamondbacks have picked up a run here in the fourth and now lead 2-1.
Well, Flores did a nice job of reading that throw as well. He saw it way too high. The Voit had no chance of getting.
Ahmed had a base hit his first time up. 2 balls and no strikes.
Now you see the Diamondbacks getting some good swings on the ball, hitting the ball hard off of Sabathia this inning.
You think back to that catch by Maben on the ball hit by Walker, things could have been a lot worse.
Right.
Ahmed up there with a count in his favor. 2 balls and no strikes. CC with a long look in at the signs. And Ahmed got tired of waiting. Ahmed, known as a very good fielder, won a Gold Glove last year. First ever Diamondback shortstop to win a Gold Glove. 2-0 pitch, broken bat, roll it is short. Charging is Torres, throwing on the run. And there's the final out here in the fourth inning. But the Diamondbacks pick up a run on 2 hits and lead 2-1.
Thank you very much. Tonight's injury report brought to you by Montefiore. Doing more. Rehab assignment tonight. Miguel Andujar 0 for 4 started at third base, and Troy Tulowitzki 1 for 3 with a 2-run home run starting at DH. Both playing down in Tampa tonight. Pitch to Tyler Wade is outside, ball 1. We're into the 5th inning. Diamondbacks leading 2-1. Wade struck out swinging back in the 2nd inning. Greinke deals, and that's outside for a ball. Ball and a strike.
Well, if the Yankees continue to tread water, they're going to get some of these superstars back. Hopefully get Severino back at some point. You can get Stanton, Judge at some point.
I think Andujar's getting closer. It sounds like Tulowitzki's feeling pretty good. Swing and a miss, and it's 2 balls and a strike. This is the 4th time the Yankees have played in the regular season here in Arizona. 2004, 2010, and the latest before tonight, they were here in 2016. Yankees in the regular season against Arizona 12-6. Of course, everybody remembers the World Series of 2001. This ball hit in the air to left field, hit pretty well. Peralta going back onto the track, and he'll make the catch, and there's 1 down. Well, here comes CC Sabathia, his second at bat. He struck out in the 3rd, but CC can give it a ride. Let's take a look with the Cleveland Indians.
Oh, tomahawked it.
That's in Cincinnati.
The ball doesn't carry there well.
This is at Dodger Stadium. Oh, this one's really hit. Oh, it's back in the bushes.
Wow. I'm like back legging it.
Oh, there's another one. That's in Milwaukee, I believe. Yep.
You like interleague?
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
Yeah, I think it's interesting. If it wasn't for interleague, I don't think I'd ever been to Phoenix. You're not in the American League.
I don't know. I think I'm over it.
The 1-0 pitch is in their first strike.
When we started in '97,
yeah.
and you know it was interesting then because you know you got to see I've been in the American League my whole career, so you get to see some teams that you normally don't see. And we played against the National League East.
Foul tipped.
And it was supposed to be one of those things that, okay, we're going to play the East, and then every year you're going to alternate, go to the Central or go to the West.
Yeah.
Well, we saw the National League East for the first 4 years. And the stadiums in the National League East were not the most exciting places to go to.
Well, the thing about it, you didn't have to travel too far.
Well, you didn't have to travel too far. You go to Philadelphia and Veterans Stadium, you go down the bullpen, that plexiglass, that's so old and foggy and scratched up.
The stadium's not there anymore, Joe.
No, I know. Well, I'm just saying when we played.
Okay.
It wasn't. You went to Montreal, then you go to Shea Stadium. Atlanta, it wasn't bad there.
Baseball has taken care of all of those stadiums.
I know.
That you didn't.
Well,
like.
and now I can't play in them.
I'm just happy when I go to a stadium that I did play in now. Pitch is fouled off by Sabathia.
Are there?
Yeah, there's. let me see. It's getting harder to. Let me see. Cleveland, no. Chicago, no. Detroit, no. Kansas City. Kansas City.
Oh, there you go.
Here's one.
But they've already renovated that place enough that
Boston, of course.
Right.
Oakland, yeah. And the Angels, yeah.
Okay.
All right. There's still a few.
Well, the Angels, they renovated quite a bit as well.
Yeah, well, it's changed quite a bit. Swing and a miss. And Sabathia is a strikeout victor. 5 strikeouts now for Greinke.
Center fielder, Brett Gardner.
I don't know. You know, I wish in some ways they would go back to the balanced schedule where, you know, I know interleague makes money for baseball, and you know the fans here in Arizona would not get to see the Yankees unless they play in the World Series.
I think what has happened, you play your teams in your division more than anybody else,
right?
And also that cuts down on travel. And I think that's what they were trying to do. Here's Gardner. He's grounded to third and single. Takes a pitch upstairs for ball 1.
Are you worried about cutting down on travel, or maybe the fairness of playing everyone the same amount of times instead of, you know, sometimes you might have a really weak division.
Yeah, you might. But the whole idea is to win the division. So you want to play those teams as much as you can. That's the way I look at it. Pitch to look at, that's inside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes on Gardner. And, you know, when I was playing, it was the balanced schedule.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I like going out west.
I did too.
3 times or twice.
You know when I like
and
going
then
out
come
there?
to you twice.
I like going there early in the season when it was really cold back east. Arizona wasn't in the league then. That pitch is in there for a strike.
Well, the year when we won 114 with New York in '98, we started. I mean, I guess the Yankees typically didn't do great on the West Coast, and we were 0-4, I think, to start the year after getting beat in the division series in '97. And
curveball in there for a strike, 2-2. You guys just took a few steps back to get a running start.
Yeah, well, they were all over. Oh well, Joe Torre's days are numbered. Next thing you know, 114 wins in a regular season. You win the World Series and 125 total.
You know, Jeff, I'm not going to get into it now because there's 2 outs.
Right.
But I mean, you appeared in 55 postseason games. Gardner with a line drive right at third, and that'll do it. Yankees go in order here in the 5th. The end of 4 1/2. Diamondbacks 2-1. Well, now it's time for the T-Mobile's connection to the game, and this is not a misprint, fans. News and notes from around Major League Baseball. Cody, this is what the Diamondbacks have to deal with. This guy, Cody Bellinger, .434 batting average, leads Major League Baseball. Cody Bellinger, 14 home runs, 4th player ever before May 1st to hit that many. And Cody Bellinger, 37 runs batted in, Major League record before May 1st.
Well, everybody should be in New York familiar with that last name.
Yeah.
You know, his dad, Clay Bellinger, played for the Yankees during the years I was there.
Dodgers are up 3-1 in San Francisco. Hey, the Giants beat them last night up there. Yeah,
that's a big rivalry.
Yeah, it is. Here's John Ryan Murphy, the number 8 hitter, former Yankees, going to lead it off. He was CC's 3,000th strikeout. His name's going down in history. He'll take the first pitch a little bit outside for ball 1.
I remember Cody when he was a little guy. I saw him a couple years ago when he was the Rookie of the Year for the Dodgers. And
next pitch is hit well, but foul.
So remember me? I remember when you were a little kid running around the family room.
I'll tell you what, he's a good all-around player.
He is. He plays some really good right field.
Yep.
He's got a really good arm.
He can play first base, too.
Yes.
And he doesn't get cheated when he swings the bat. He's the type of player out on the West Coast and make you stay up late and watch a game.
Right.
Here's the pitch to John Ryan Murphy, and he just got a piece of it. Ball and 2 strikes.
And he's from here. His dad lives here. His dad's actually a fireman. Clay Bellinger's a fireman here in, I think, the Chandler area.
Usually if I stay up late and watch a West Coast game, you better be sure. I better be assured that Mike Trout's playing. The 1-2 pitch is fouled back to the screen. Count holds at ball and 2 strikes. Diamondbacks, a solid hitting team. We told you they lead the league in extra base hits. They lead the league in hits. They lead the league in doubles. And on base plus slugging. Little roller, foul down the third base side. So Torey Lovullo has himself a pretty good hitting team.
He does. You have Darnell Coles, who just came over. He used to be the Brewers hitting coach. You have Eric Hinsky is now the assistant. He was in Anaheim last year with the Cubs the year before.
There's Darnell.
Yeah,
just,
DC.
Right next to Hinsky there. 1-2 pitch is low and inside. Now you told me he was a teammate of yours.
He was. Well, he was. He was in Seattle the same time I was, so we were in big league camp together.
Oh, okay. All right.
Great guy.
It's amazing how baseball has this elongated family with a lot of tentacles. Swing and a miss. Got him on a changeup again. Sabathia's 5th strikeout. 2nd time for John Ryan Murphy. There's usually somebody that you know, that I knew, that I
right.
that sort of thing.
Well, now most of the guys that I know are all coaches and managers.
Yeah, most of mine are golfers.
There's DC. Now, little thing on Torey Lovullo. Now, his dad. You remember the show Hee Haw.
Ball is popped up. Sanchez coming back. Let's see if he has a play. It looks like he does, and he makes the catch. Yeah, I remember Yeehaw.
Well, his dad, Sam Lovullo, Hee-Haw was a producer for Hee-Haw. There's Torey. And that was like one of the, I think it came on Sunday nights. I was talking to him a little bit. I said, yeah, Sunday nights. It was about the only country music show or whatever.
Wasn't it on for like 20 years or something?
Yeah.
It was a variety show.
Well, he was a producer for, 25 years.
Here's Adam Jones. I had a chance to talk to Adam before the game. Of course, longtime member of the Baltimore Orioles, 11 years. I got to see quite a bit of Adam Jones, both in New York and in Baltimore. All-time leader in home runs at Camden Yards. And he'll take a pitch inside from CC Sabathia. You know, you only have one chance to make a nice or a good first impression. He came over to the Diamondbacks, immediately had a 9-game hitting streak.
Yeah.
That'll get you in good stead with the fans. That pitch is up high, 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, the Diamondbacks have also added some nice veterans, you know, like Adam Jones, who, heck, he was in the minor leagues. He was a shortstop with the Seattle Mariners when I was there. And then they turned him into a center fielder. And, you know, he really struggled in center field for a while. And now look at him. I mean, he's turned into a Gold Glove center fielder.
That was the Eric Bedard trade that he came over from Seattle. Now, you told me that he was a shortstop.
He was.
First.
He was. And a mediocre hitter. And, you know, one of those guys that really blossomed late. And a great teammate. You know, I got to know him a little bit when he was over in Seattle. He was in big league camp a couple of years when I was there.
5-time All-Star, 4-time Gold Glove winner. That pitch is a strike, knee high, 3-1.
And this is what I don't understand. I mean, he signed late, middle of spring, beginning of spring with the Diamondbacks. A guy like this had a hard time finding a job as much as he's a great guy in the clubhouse. Solid player. Maybe not like he used to be in his early days with the Orioles.
There's strike 2. Now, he's not a center fielder anymore. He plays right field.
He's got good numbers against Sabathia. 289, 5 bombs.
He's originally from San Diego, so he said the good thing about playing here, he's closer to San Diego.
Yeah.
Here's the payoff pitch on the way, and it's inside for ball 4. So Jones draws a 2-out walk. And fans, hey Yankee fans, Play Ball is MLB's initiative to inspire all forms of baseball and softball participation, making play opportunities available and fun for everyone. To find a youth organization near you, go to playball.org/playballnearyou.
Say that word 5 times.
What?
Participation.
Yeah, participation. You know, I had underlined it too, so yeah, that's not good. Here's Marte, and he takes one inside for a ball. Jones at first with 2 outs. That's only the first walk handed out by Sabathia tonight.
Well, the last couple outings he's gone 5 innings and about 86 to 88 pitches max that he's thrown.
Ground ball to third. Wade comes up with a tough hop, throwing on the run. He gets his man, and that's it for the Diamondbacks. They leave a runner here in the 5th. 5 have been played here at Chase Field. Yankees need a rally. They're down 2-1. Well, fans, go to @YesNetwork on Twitter and vote for the Montefiore Doing More Player of the Week. Your choices are Luke Voit, Gary Sanchez, or Gio Urshela. Speaking of Luke Voit, here he is leading off the 6th inning. He's walked and grounded into a double play, which was neatly turned by the Diamondbacks middle infielders. That drops in there for a call strike, just 80 miles an hour.
Well, you'll see the 3rd time around the lineup now. Greinke will start mixing in more breaking balls, more off-speed stuff to get ahead. Early, a lot of fastballs. Just saw the breaking ball there to get ahead of Voit.
Check swing, and that misses. A ball and a strike.
So this is a thrill for me to do the game with you because I've mentioned it to a few people, Kenny. Now, I grew up an Oriole fan.
Okay.
So I used to watch you all. I used to pretend I was you in my backyard playing wiffle ball.
I hope you weren't facing Nolan Ryan or somebody like that. That pitch is in there for a strike.
Oh no, only my brother, because I mean we went through the whole Oriole lineup. I switched hit.
Yeah.
Like you do.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Well, that was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
Now, who was your favorite Oriole? Was it Cal? 1-2 pitch hit on the ground to short for Ahmed. Gloves it, throws it. There's 1 out.
No, because I played against him.
Okay.
You know, he came up when I was in high school. So I would have to say, you know, probably my favorite player was Jim Palmer.
He's a pitcher.
Yes. But I liked that. You know, I liked everyone there. You know, you had Al Bumbry, you had Belanger, you had Gritch, you know, Eddie Murray, Gary Renicky, Lowenstein.
Yeah.
You know, I used to go to, when I was in the minor leagues, I used to go to Old Memorial Stadium and I used to throw. They would allow me to throw underneath the right field bleachers.
Sanchez swinging at the first pitch, lifts a towering fly ball to center field for Marte. It's going to take a while to come down, but it does, as they always do, and there's 2 outs.
You know, I was a young minor league player, so you had Tippy Martinez, Dennis Martinez, Jim Palmer, Mike Flanagan, Scott McGregor. This is when Elrod Hendricks, the late Elrod Hendricks, used to run the winter workouts for all the Orioles. And I think I was the only guy from another team that was able to throw down there. Now, I was young and I had no idea where it was going. You know, I was last. I stayed. It was freezing down there, and they had this big plywood that was behind the catcher.
You broke it.
I hit that thing more times than the catcher's glove.
Here's Gleyber Torres, 2 for 2, a single and a double. He's driven in the only Yankee run of the night. Those are some pretty good pitchers you named. The 0-1 pitch, and Torres takes it, and it's a ball and a strike.
I think that was back when Palmer was probably making his comeback, maybe, because he was already, I think, done back then.
He retired and tried to come back.
Yeah.
Didn't work out.
No.
The 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
Well, you know, crafty Greinke, you see he'll hesitate a little bit in this windup, especially late. This is a nice breaking ball down and away.
He's got a bag of tricks out there.
Good late break.
Two and two.
There's that Ephus pitch. I thought maybe you come back with that slider, and after that swing by Torres, he tries to go a little bit slower.
So what area of Baltimore did you grow up?
Catonsville.
Catonsville.
Yeah, just outside the city.
Yeah. The 2-2 pitch hit well to center field. On the move is Marte. He's there, makes the catch, and that's it. 1, 2, 3 for the Yankees. Tomorrow on Facebook Live, join Yes's President of Programming and Production, the exalted John J. Filippelli, for a candid conversation on the Yankees' first month of the season. It's your chance to interact with one of the legends of sports TV business. So check it out live on Yes's Facebook page tomorrow, immediately following the Yankees post-game show. Flips he is like an encyclopedia of information. Not only about baseball and television.
Right. Well, you look at the Yankees' first month, you know, with what they have been through as far as injuries, you know, I think it's been pretty successful.
Here's Escobar. Boy, big swing and a miss, strike one. He had a double and scored last time up. Scored the go-ahead run back in the fourth inning. We're in the bottom of the sixth. And Jonathan Holder is up in the Yankee bullpen, getting down towards Sabathia's spot in the lineup, and you might see National League strategy come into play. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's up and in, a ball and a strike.
Well, you're getting late in the game. He's up fifth, Sabathia is, in the next inning. So, you know, if he can get through six, be able to piece with the day off yesterday and a day off coming up on Thursday.
Ball is hit down the left field line, fair or foul. It's going to be a fair ball into the corner. Escobar on his way to second. He turns and holds with his second two-base hit. The ball is kicked a bit by Estrada, but no advance by Escobar. This guy's a doubles machine. I mentioned last year, 55 doubles.
Well, the Diamondback hitters are starting to adjust this a little bit on the inside pitch. It was a cutter upstairs. There you see Booney's discussing it with Larry Rothschild, the pitching coach. Cutter up. And Escobar did a great job of pulling that ball. You see it one hop off the fence in left field.
So a leadoff double for Escobar, just as he did in the fourth inning when he scored. And to bring up Peralta, who was struck out and grounded out. He's 0 for 2. Hits the outside corner with a hook, and it's strike one.
Nice pitch. His first pitch swinging the last time up. Jandam hit it right back up the middle to Torres.
Tried to get him to chase. It's a ball and a strike. Sabathia, 247 wins, 153 losses. Appeared in 541 games, all starts.
Right. Well, those years he's with Milwaukee are the short time. I think he was pitching like every 3 days to get him to the playoffs.
Breaking ball is popped up to the right side. Estrada calling everybody off. He'll make the catch. Escobar has to hold at second. Now, Sabathia, what did I say? How many games? 541 all starts. You were in 798 games, all in relief.
All in relief, no starts.
No starts. There we go.
I did all that in the minor leagues.
3,002 strikeouts, 19 seasons with Cleveland, Milwaukee, and the Yankees. 2007 Cy Young Award winner with the Cleveland Indians. World champ with the Yankees in his first year with the ball club.
Yeah. 2009
and a 6-time All-Star.
Yeah, I would say that's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, that'll get you into central New York. That's Cooperstown. 1 ball, no strikes to Christian Walker.
So 2024, is that what it is when he's eligible?
Well, you know, it's
5 years.
Yeah, it's 5 years.
Think he's a first balloter?
Well, that gives you a long time to work on your speech. The 1-0 pitch, changeup swung on and missed, and it's 1-1.
83 pitches is max, 86 his last 2 times out, only going 5. He's gotten into the 6th. Done a really nice job.
I remember I went to 2 Hall of Fame ceremonies.
Really?
One for Eddie Murray and one for Cal Ripken. I wanted to go to see what Eddie would say. The 1-1 pitch is hit on the ground foul. Eddie didn't have much to say to anybody.
Now, he wasn't the greatest with the media either, was he?
He didn't talk. He let his bat do his talking. CC ahead on the count, 1-2. 1 out, a man on second base. Christian Walker has struck out, and he lined out to left field. Nice play by Maben. Family still aboard. They came they saw what they came to see. CC picked up his 3,000th strikeout back in the 2nd inning.
I was a big Eddie Murray fan. When I was first going through the big leagues, especially early, I wanted to get a lot of autographs. I was a big autograph guy. Eddie turned me down once, and we actually share the same agent, Ron Shapiro. I had Ron Shapiro when I played as well, like you. And I called Ron. I said, Ron, I said, you tell Eddie if I face him, I'm going to drill him. He didn't sign my baseball.
2-2 pitch, and it's low, ball 3.
So it was in Seattle when he was with Cleveland. So he comes up to me the next day. He says, hey, because he said, oh, my hand's hurting. Your hand's hurting. And then he finally came up to me the next day. He says, oh, I didn't know you had Ron. He says, let me have that ball.
He probably hit a rocket that night somewhere.
Oh, I probably would have walked him anyway. He's not, I'm not going to face him.
Yeah, maybe the best clutch hitter I ever played with.
Yeah.
When you needed a hit, he would get it. 3-2 pitch outside for ball 4. Walker has drawn a base on balls. So 2 on and 1 out. And here comes manager Aaron Boone. We're going to go to the bullpen. It appears that Jonathan Holder is going to be coming into this game with Wilmer Flores coming to the plate, and Flores is 2 for 2. So CC will depart after 5 1/3 innings, allowing 2 runs on 5 hits. Nice ovation from the crowd here as they saw CC make history tonight, picking up his 3,000th strikeout back in the 2nd inning. But CC leaves on the short end of a 2-1 score. So we'll be right back. Jonathan Holder will be on the mound for the. We saw CC Sabathia make history here tonight, picking up 5 strikeouts, passing the 3,000 mark. That's what he did. 5 1/3, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, 87 pitches. Gives way to Jonathan Holder, who will face Wilmer Flores, who has driven in both runs for the Diamondbacks tonight.
Yeah, nice job by CC. I thought he did, really good pitch efficiency. Got out of some key jams. Later started maybe getting a little tired.
That pitch is a call strike from Holder to Wilmer Flores. 2 on, 1 out. There are the numbers on Holder this season. This is his 11th appearance. For a while there, Holder was struggling, but he seems to have righted the ship. He's starting to get his stuff back together.
Yeah, and it's a key moment. It's a key time in the game, and you need to try to get a strikeout here or a ground ball double play. Flores is having a really good night. Home run, 2 RBIs.
Count levels, 1 ball, 1 strike. Let's go back to the 2nd inning.
Yeah, this was a mistake. He went with a fastball upstairs after missing on that pitch that he thought he had, and then he goes up with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, and Wilmer Flores hits his first home run as a Diamondback.
That was StatCast AI powered by AWS. First home run of the year for Wilmer Flores. This is going to be back in the seats and a souvenir. Ball and 2 strikes. Holder jumps ahead on the count. Flores signed as a free agent. Last year played 126 games for the Mets, hit .267. This guy was clutch. He had 4 walk-off runs batted in last year, including 2 walk-off homers. That's Eddie Murray type stuff.
Yes, it is.
That pitch is low, and it's 2-2.
It's a breaking ball away. You know, the one thing that you see a lot, you don't see a lot of guys go inside very much. You know, if you notice what Holder has done, everything's been away, and then he tries to go away with that breaking ball. You know, as a hitter, you're really not going to bite on that. You haven't showed, to me, I don't think you showed anything inside. If you went inside and then all of a sudden go back away with that breaking ball, you might get a swing there.
Runners take their leads. Infield at double play depth. Full count, 3-2.
He's just falling off. You know, you see the ball, you see his mechanics. He falls off to the first base side, and that's why the ball's going to the outside part of the plate. And now 3-2.
Maybe the runners are going. The runners were checking out third base coach Tony Perez Chica. Let's see if Torey Lovullo will have the runners going here, trying to stay out of the double play. Escobar at second, Walker at first. They're not going. The pitch is outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. So Holder at one time was ahead on the count.
Yeah, you know, for you as a hitter, if you have someone that's constantly going away, I mean, are you comfortable? I mean, all of a sudden you're taking, especially if you're facing, well, you were a switch hitter. If you're facing someone that's constantly away, it's a little bit easier to see that breaking ball when you're trying to expand the zone, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you're just hoping for a mistake. Here's Nick Ahmed, the shortstop. Bases are loaded with 1 out.
You gotta watch that first pitch fastball here.
Ground ball right back to Holder. He comes to Sanchez for 1 on the first. A Sesame Street double play. 1, 2, 3, and that'll do it. Holder gets out of the jam here in the 6th inning. At the end of 6, it's still 2-1 Arizona. Well, every weekday morning, Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp go head-to-head on the day's hottest sports topics. Undisputed with Skip and Shannon. Weekdays from 9:30 to noon, only on FS1 and the Fox Sports app. Top of the 7th. Mike Tauchman will take a pitch high and away for ball 1. Tauchman's looking for his first hit of the night. He's grounded out and flied out 0 for 2. Yankees are down 2-1 on our Cadillac scoreboard. The hits are even at 5 apiece. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Tauchman will be followed by Maben and Estrada here in the 7th.
Greinke retired 9 in a row.
Yeah, he's
settling in. We said, you know, you have to get to these guys early before they start getting into this kind of rhythm.
After the back-to-back doubles in the 4th, the Yankees have gone kind of quietly. Pitch to Tauchman, hit on the ground to first for Walker. He'll flip to Greinke covering, and it's now 10 Yankees retired in a row. Fans, a reminder, this copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. Here's Maben. He's had a single, and he's popped up. He is 1 for 2. Greinke drops a hook in there for a call strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Maben takes it outside. Ball under strike.
Andrew Chafin, left-handed pitcher in the bullpen.
Greinke's getting up there. He's got 89 pitches. Pitch to Maben, fouled back. 2 strikes to make it 1 and 2. I want to wish a very happy birthday to the Yankees executive director of team security,
Eddie
Fasta.
Yeah. Eddie's been around a long time. Long time.
I'm sure you'll appreciate it. Well, when
I played, he was here.
Yeah. He's got some great stories. The 0-2 pitch, and that is in there for call. Strike 3. May have been called out on strikes.
Well, that was that pitch that Greinke wasn't getting early in the game. You see Maben asking Fairchild where that ball was, and it was outside. You can see where Murphy was setting up, and he wasn't getting that early, and all of a sudden now he's going to get it late. I got to agree with Maben. You see about 3-4 inches on the outside part of the plate. That's out of the box. That's not a strike.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. Here's Estrada, 0 for 2. Ball is popped up. On the run, 3 Diamondback players. Does anybody come up with it? Looks like Flores held on. Walker to the turf. Looks like everybody's going to be okay. And the Yankees are done here in the 7th inning. Time for the 7th inning stretch. Diamondbacks are stretching early. Thank you, Ryan. Going to the bottom of the 7th inning. Here is our game summary brought to you by your local Nissan dealer. Sabathia's numbers. There's Greinke. Greinke is now retired 12 in a row. Sabathia, 17th player all time with 3,000 strikeouts. Wilmer Flores with the solo home run and RBI single has driven in both runs for the Diamondbacks. So following the 7th inning stretch here at Chase Field, the fans back in their seats. Here's John Ryan Murphy. And as we look in the on-deck circle, Greinke is there.
Yeah, well, 91 pitches. You pretty much have to say who's better than right now than Greinke down in the bullpen.
On our Cadillac scoreboard, it's 2-1 Arizona. And John Ryan Murphy takes a pitch low for ball 1. Here's one of those sports oddities. CC 3,000th strikeout tonight was John Ryan Murphy back in the 2nd inning. When CC got to 2,500, his catcher was John Ryan Murphy.
Yeah. Now you send that ball over and see if Murphy will sign it. You sign this 3,000 strikeout ball? He may.
Ball is popped up to the left side. Drifting back is Wade, and he's calling for it. And the third baseman has it. There's out number 1.
Holder did a nice job that last inning, get out of those bases loaded, double play.
Is that a changeup? He threw something off speed.
Yeah, I think it was a breaking ball up.
That Ahmed was out in front.
Yeah, that was a first. Yeah, for Ahmed, that was a first pitch breaking ball. I was telling him, hey, watch the first pitch fastball after walking the bases loaded. You know what a hitter's going to look for. You're going to look for that first pitch fastball.
Here's Greinke. His average has dropped down to 400. And he'll take a strike. Both of those he's got 2 home runs this year.
I think they were in the same game, right?
Same game in San Diego on April the 2nd.
Well, he takes his hitting seriously.
Strike him out, hit him out. That pitch is up high for a ball, 1-1.
That was one of those things when you play interleague play and you face the other pitcher. You don't want to get embarrassed by the pitcher. The pitcher's not supposed to hit. Slider. I'm not fooling around with it.
I always felt that National League teams had a big advantage in their home parks during interleague. That pitch is high, and it's to him. Because the American League pitchers, they very rarely. The only time they hit is when they're getting ready for a series.
Well, you're also taking probably one of your best hitters away, and that's usually the designated hitter. It's usually your best guy, and you lose him in the American League City.
Two balls and a strike on Greinke. Has a good swing at that one. Pops it up. Does Luke Voit have room? Over near the Yankee dugout. Now it's going to be off the top of the dugout and back in the seats. Well, we're going to take a look. Petco Park couldn't hold this. Man,
this is at nighttime again in California. That's not an easy place. Well, this is. Woof.
That was smoked.
Yes.
Hey, look at the reaction on the bench.
Little silent treatment.
It's not that easy. Call. Strike 3. Holder got him. 2 up and 2 down here in the 7th.
When Mel Stoudemire, our pitching coach, we used to get ready for interleague play, and we'd always have relievers against starters. And of course the relievers were always the best, but we would always beat up the starters. None of the starters that we had, Andy Pettit, all those, they couldn't hit. But he would try to start early, and because when we played, the interleague play was usually in the middle of the season, not like it is now, where I mean, we even have opening series in 2019. I think the Rangers were playing interleague play, a National League team to start out the season.
Ball 1 to Adam Jones.
And we would even, Mel Stoudemire was really superstitious, and when we come time to get into the postseason, we would start hitting right away. So he'd say, okay, you know what? We've always done this. We've gotten to the World Series. We're going to start. Once we know we're in the postseason, the pitchers are just going to start hitting.
Pitch to Jones is swung on and missed 1-1. Now, Andy might disagree with you, because Andy has a career home run.
Yeah, well, he couldn't hit in batting practice. He was intimidated by the relievers.
He hit it off of Chan Ho Park.
Yeah.
So he hit one out of the park.
And you had to go deep, because all the position players are gathered around the batting cage. Jeter and Sada, all those guys, and so you got to hit one over the fence.
Inside to Adam Jones. 2 balls and a strike. Adam, who did a lot of work in the Baltimore area, supporting the Boys and Girls Clubs. Very active in the community. Now brings his act to the Southwest here in Arizona. That 2-1 pitch, and he pops it up. I believe this time Voit has room. Crosses into foul territory, and a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Diamondbacks. Jonathan Holder gets the job done. It's getting late. Yankees are down by 1. Well, fans, tomorrow afternoon the Yankees wrap up this interleague set against the Diamondbacks here at Chase Field. Coverage begins at 2:30 with the Audi batting practice today and the Yankees pregame. Then we're back with the call. Jeff and I right here on Yes and streaming on Fox Sports Go. 8th inning. Tyler Wade will lead it off. And he'll take a pitch from Greinke in there for a strike. Tomorrow, Masahiro Tanaka.
Merrill Kelly.
Yeah, Merrill Kelly. Local product here from the Phoenix area.
He was in Korea the last 3 seasons. He's a rookie. And he's 30 years old.
That pitch is outside, and it's 1-1. On deck, Gio Urshela. He'll be hitting for Holder. Looking at our Hyundai scoreboard, 2-1 Arizona. Breaking ball off the end of the bat, foul. It's almost like he can't wait back long enough on that slow hook.
No, and he's been throwing it at least 2, 3, 4 times an inning. It's got to be frustrating as a hitter because he mixes it up so well. And we mentioned earlier, he doesn't really stay into patterns. He might throw a couple fastballs in a row. Next thing you know, slider. Then he mixes in that slow breaking ball, 65, 68 miles an hour.
Looked like Greinke slipped after he delivered that pitch that Wade fouled off. Zach Britton heating up in the Yankee bullpen. Yankee bullpen is situated down the right field line. We don't really have a clear view of it. Good thing we have that camera out there.
Yeah.
The 1-2 pitch. Wade spoils another one. Count holds at a ball and 2 strikes. He's handed out some souvenirs.
Bullpens are supposed to be out of sight. A reliever, you don't want anyone to know what we do down there.
You should write a book.
I would be done.
It would be fun.
It would be fun. A lot of interesting stories.
The 1-2 pitch is outside, 2-2. One thing I never did in 15 years in the major league, sit out in the bullpen.
We wouldn't allow it anyway. We would not allow any position players, starting pitchers. You know, you're banned from. We're banned from the dugout unless we pitch. You guys are banned.
I could have done it on my team.
Well, your team, but
the 2-2 pitch, and it's inside and low, and the count is run full of 3-2. Wade trying to work his way on here. The Yankees are looking for base runners. They're in the 8th inning. Greinke has retired 12 in a row.
You wonder after he slipped, he's starting to, move around a little bit funny after that one pitch that, whether he slid wrong, strided a little bit too long.
This is the 8th pitch of this at bat, and it's fouled off. There'll be a number 9.
Well, Greinke doesn't give in. You see when he's behind in the count, what's he throwing? He's throwing his slider, he's throwing his breaking ball. You don't see a lot of fastballs down the middle of the plate.
I haven't seen much of anything
down
the middle. It's hard to believe he gave up 4 home runs on opening night against the Dodgers. Wasn't that the game the Dodgers hit like 8 home runs?
8 or 10 home runs, yeah.
They're still hitting home runs. 3-2 pitch. This is fouled off. Pitch number 10.
Well, he gave up those 7 runs in 3 2/3 of 4 homers, but since 8 runs in 32 2/3, and he's given up 4 home runs in those 32 2/3.
Pitchers like to be out of innings with 15 pitches or so. He's already thrown 10 to Wade, and there's still nobody out. Once again, the 3-2 pitch. Swung on it, missed, strike 3. He got him. Went to the fastball.
Yeah, fastball upstairs. Wade just got really aggressive, and that was ball 4 right there. There's that slider away to get Sanchez. There's that looping breaking ball. Another looping breaking ball to Wade. You have to show the pitcher striking out right there. And then Sabathia gets him twice. Little fastball on the outside part of the plate. That was questionable. And then Wade goes upstairs. This is ball 4. You see him kicking himself right there. He did a great job of fouling off some pitches. And then he climbs the ladder for strike 3.
Here's Gio Urshela. He'll be pinch hitting for Holder. Urshela, if you remember, Yankee fans, was hit by a pitch in San Francisco. And he was in all kinds of pain. Had to leave the game. And you can see what he's done this year. He has contributed with the bat as well as playing solid defense at third base. So he'll hit for a Holder.
Well, this is nice to see that he's able to pinch hit.
Hits it hard on the ground. Great stop at third by Escobar. The throw is low, but in time for the out. Urshela didn't waste any time. He hopped on that first pitch and hit a rocket. Escobar turns it into an out.
Great play right there by Escobar. First pitch breaking ball. Playing deep. Nice throw.
Torey Lovullo coming out. That usually means he has the hook.
Well, you're getting to that 4th time around the lineup. 103 pitches.
He's taking a guy out who's retired 14 men in a row.
Right.
So an excellent job by Zack Greinke. He's leading 2-1 as he departs with 2 outs here in the top half of the 8th inning. Zack Greinke trying to pick up his 5th win of the year. Very strong performance for Zack Greinke tonight. 7 2/3, 5 hits, a run, a walk, 7 strikeouts. He retired. He's taken out of the game after retiring 14 batters in a row and gives way to left-hander Andrew Chafin.
Well, Chafin 6'2", 225. Fastball, 92, 95. He'll get it up there.
That pitch is in there for a call strike to Gardner. Chafin has not allowed an extra base hit to a left-handed batter since last September the 8th.
He'll throw a slider change. Those first pitch slider right there to Gardner.
And he does a good job of keeping the ball in the park as well. The 0-1 pitch, and it's a ball and a strike. He's allowed 2 home runs, speaking of Chafin, in his last 107 games.
Wow.
Both to Will Myers of San Diego.
Really?
Yep. That's his kryptonite. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and Gardy will take that for a call, strike 1 and 2.
Well, with Torey Lovullo taking out Greinke, 102 pitches, you're up by 1 run. It's getting late in the ball game. You have a well-rested bullpen. I mean, it's basically, hey, now the only chance you have is to get a W. You can't get a loss here. Nice job.
The 1-2 pitch, and Gardy has struck out. So Chafin comes on, gets his man. We played 8. We got a good one going here. It's 2-1 Arizona. Fans come out to Yankee Stadium this Sunday, May 5th, when the Yankees take on the Twins and enjoy a Yankee Stadium tradition. It's Bat Day. First 10,000 guests, 14 and younger, receive a 1999 World Champions commemorative bat, courtesy of Bank of America. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com or visit the Yankee Stadium ticket windows. New pitcher for the Yankees, Zach Britton. And the first pitch is inside for ball 1 to Marte.
Yeah, the numbers for Britton in making his 13th appearance. 2-4-5. His last 6 games, 0 runs, 5 1/3 innings in those 6 games.
Ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. A lot of ground balls from Zach Britton.
He throws a heavy ball, heavy sinker. He's got nasty stuff.
Yeah, he does. Hyundai scoreboard, 2-1 Arizona. This ball is hit well towards the gap in right center. Tauchman on the move, can't get it. Marte has great speed. He's going to have to stop at second. But it's the 3rd leadoff double that Arizona's had in this game.
Well, Britton gets behind, leaves a sinker upstairs. Marte goes the other way. No chance for Tauchman to get this one over his head.
He made it closer than I thought he was.
I maybe thought he could have had that one.
Here's Escobar. He's been a tough out tonight. He's flying to left. He's got a pair of doubles. That pitch is in there for a call strike. Maybe this is one of the players you were talking about. He's going to have to step up for the Diamondbacks after the departure of Pollock and Goldschmidt.
Well, they added some, they added some nice veterans. Escobar. You have Dyson, and probably play tomorrow against Tanaka.
Gerard Dyson.
Yeah. You have Flores. You have Adam Jones, Avila from the Tigers, who was hurt. Mixed in with some of their young guys, and we talked about it, them making a name for themselves or finding their own identity.
Pitch is swung on, and it got a piece of the home plate umpire, Chad Fairchild. Sanchez checking on him. Looks like he's okay. Adam Ottavino up in the Yankee bullpen. There's pitching coach Mike Harkey. Looks like he's trying to turn back the clock, get the mound ready. Harkey used to be a pretty good pitcher.
Yeah, he did.
Good fastball.
He started. Was he a starter?
Yeah, starting for the Cubs. I remember that.
National League guy. I don't know too much about those National League guys when I played.
The 0-2 pitch, breaking ball, lined over third into left field for a base hit. Marte is going to have to hold on. Wade almost made the catch on that searing line drive. Diamondbacks are in business here in the 8th. Runners at first and third with nobody out.
Yeah, the Yankees got a break on that one, Kenny. Like you mentioned, Wade, Marte had to freeze, thinking that maybe Wade might have this. And that kept him from scoring. You see Marte go back to second. See Perez Chica holding him up first and third. A little breaking ball down and in.
Britton's got a left-handed hitter up there in David Peralta. Struck out, grounded out, and popped out.
Might see Ottavino after this. After Peralta, this might be Britton's last hitter. Got to try to keep it close here.
Yeah, you got a bunch of right-handed hitters after him.
You have the shortstop Torres halfway, not playing deep. Might think about cutting the runner off for a little ground ball in the infield, maybe. Well, keeping Marte from scoring.
You keep your options open that way if the ball's hit hard. Ball is hit in the air to center field. This should be deep enough to get the runner home from third. Marte is tagging up. So is Escobar. Escobar is headed to second. Marte is going to score easily, and both runners move up. And the Diamondbacks have a 3-1 lead.
Well, great heads-up base running by Escobar, knowing that Gardner really doesn't have that great of an arm, but good accurate arm. It was deep enough. I mean, that left center field gap, 413 all the way to the fence. You see Escobar tagging right away. Easy score for Marte. Nice heads-up base running by the Diamondbacks. Get in scoring position again.
So one out. Escobar at second. And Christian Walker will come to the plate. Struck out, lined out to left field, and drew a base on balls. Swing and a miss. Strike one. He was the last batter that CC Sabathia faced. If you're just joining us and wondering if CC did get his 3 strikeouts, if you're nowhere near social media, he did it. Good stop by Gary Sanchez. Ball and a strike. CC picked up his 3rd strikeout, which was number 3,000 back in the 2nd inning. And he struck out J.R. Murphy, former teammate. He went on the strikeout 5 in the game. Greg Holland, the D-backs closer, getting ready for the 9th. Swing and a miss. Looked like a breaking ball that time.
Yeah, nice breaking ball in that back leg of the right-handed hitters. That's exactly what Escobar hit down the line. That Wade almost caught. You see it right at that back foot of the right-handed hitters. That's tough to lay off.
That had a lot of break to it. Very sharp. Looked like you might have hurt a wrist.
You throw that 95-mile-an-hour sink away, and next thing you know, you get something down under your ankles. Need a strikeout right here.
Just missed the corner. 2-2.
Now Greinke got that pitch. That was pretty close to what may have been struck out on, right? Close.
Another good stop by Sanchez with a ball in the dirt. And heavy sinker from Zach Britton. Counters run full at 3-2.
Yeah, 2 nice stops by Sanchez. That's got to be tough as a catcher when you got a nice heavy sink, 94, 95 miles an hour.
Joseph Harvey throwing in the Yankee pen.
See Sanchez get down, turn that glove quick. Nice. I think 3-2, maybe go with that breaking ball again.
Let's see. Sinker, good sinker will get a ground ball. He went with the breaking ball. And Walker has struck out. Good call. First strikeout for Britton.
Yeah, outstanding pitch. You get 3-2, and you know the hitter's looking fastball, especially that heavy sink away, and he drops the hammer on him. Nice pitch. You needed that strikeout right there.
Here's Wilmer Flores, who's had a good night. Driven into 2 of the 3 runs. Picked up his first homer of the year. Drove in a run with a single. He's also drawn a base on ball. So he's been on base all 3 times.
Well, first base open. You have Ahmed up next.
Sinker low.
Stay away from the hot guys.
He's hot tonight. He came in hitting 224.
Yeah. Every blind squirrel.
Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Sometimes when you're a hitter and you come up in these situations, you sense that they don't want anything to do with you.
No, and that's why, you know, first base is open. A little surprise here. Instead of trying to get back into the count and maybe making a mistake, you know, he has had a good night. Maybe you you could throw a breaking ball, or maybe just say, hey, okay, put him on. Let me try to get the next guy.
Ground ball over the mound. Torres cuts from behind the bag, throws on the first, and that's it. But the Diamondbacks pick up 1 more run. The Yankees need a rally. They're going to have to do it against Greg Holland. Well, fans, once the final out is made, keep it here on Yes for the WB Mason postgame. Ryan Ruocco and John Flaherty are standing by in the studio with highlights, analysis, and a clubhouse reaction. So look ahead to tomorrow's series finale. It's right here on Yes. Luke Voit will lead it off in the 9th. The Yankees find themselves down by 2. Greg Holland has come out of the bullpen. And a weak swing and a miss for strike 1.
Holland 5'10", 205, fastball about 92, 94. Has that nasty slider, as you just saw that. Here you see Gerard Dyson, speedster.
Takes over in center field. Marte moves from center to second base. That's in there for a strike.
A lot of sliders by Holland. He has 5 saves on the year. You see the numbers right there. Has not given up a run. So this would be a great time to end that streak. This is 10th game, 9 innings.
Holland, of course, was a few years back. Big part of that Kansas City bullpen.
Yeah, when they had Wade Davis, Herrera. Basically shortened up the
game was
over.
Yeah,
6 innings, and then you had Herrera, Davis, and then Holland.
The 0-2 pitch, and it's lined right at the shortstop Ahmed. 1 down.
Yeah, they won the World Series with that, beating the Mets with that nasty bullpen. If you remember, Holland last year in 2018 was signed by the Cardinals. This is late. He couldn't find a job after having 41 saves in 2017. Didn't have spring training, really struggled. You see so many guys now when they don't have spring, they don't have that spring training, they really have a hard time getting it going. And he bounced around, went from St. Louis to Washington last year, and now here with Arizona.
Here's Gary Sanchez, and that pitch is in there for a call strike.
I mean, you look at Arrieta with the Phillies. He signed late, struggled early last year.
Yeah, he did.
And look at him. Look what a full spring training does. This is I think how much spring training is so important to pitchers.
Alex Cobb.
Yeah,
another one.
Cobb, the same way. You're right.
And he hasn't stopped struggling since.
No, and he had a full spring.
The 0-1 pitch, and that hits outside for a ball. Didn't Holland? He had Tommy John surgery too.
He did.
Yeah, he missed quite a bit of time with that. Well, he's got the scar on the elbow. You can see it.
Well, that was one of the reasons why Kansas City didn't sign him back. You know, he had such a good year back in 2015. He missed the whole 16 season because of Tommy John.
Two balls and a strike. They call that a strike. It's 1-2. The fast pitch speed analytics is sponsored by Fios by Verizon. 91 miles an hour on that last pitch.
Well, another pitcher that used to throw 95, 96 with a nasty slider. He's got a little milestone coming up. 194 career saves, 6 away from 200. He's got a little awkward or unethical, I guess, motion. You see that hand sticking almost out of the top of the glove.
Sanchez chases a ball in the dirt and is struck out. 2 down. Yankees are down to their last out.
He's got a nasty breaking ball. Good fastball to keep you honest, and then he drops that nasty slider on you.
Yeah, a good fastball, maybe, as you said, not as fast as it used to be.
He'll show it to you, and then he'll go right back to that slider to throw it for strikes, and then he'll expand the zone like he did on Sanchez right there.
2 outs, nobody on. The Yankees need at least a base run and make this interesting. Gleyber Torres tonight is 2 for 3. When he flied out to center field, he hit the ball hard in the 8th inning, or 6th inning. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
That tack-on run in the bottom half of the 8th inning, that's almost like a dagger in some sense. You know, you keep it at a 1-run game, and then all of a sudden, especially with the bullpen that the Diamondbacks have, just that extra run late in the ball game really takes the wind out sometimes.
The Yankees are 1 out away from seeing their 3-game winning streak stopped. Ball low, chopper to third. Charging is Escobar. Throws on the run, and there's your ball game. The Diamondbacks go down. They win it 3-1. Holland picks up the save as the Diamondbacks have picked up the win in the first of 2 here at Chase Field. There's your final score, 3-1. The Diamondbacks have won it. We'll be back with more from Chase Field in just a moment. Diamondbacks win the opener 3-1.